An Arkansas law school professor facing criticism from state leaders tonight over her comments following Charlie Kirk's assassination. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Rolly Hoyt.
And I'm Faith Woodard. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Lieutenant Governor Leslie Rutledge, and Attorney General Tim Griffin are now calling on UA Little Rock to take action. All three state officials identified the professor. We are choosing not to at this time because we have not spoken to that employee.
In a post on X, though, the AG tagged the Bowen School of Law, saying, quote, "There can be no consideration of someone of such evident low character continuing to instruct future lawyers here in Arkansas," close quote. While he does acknowledge the importance of academic freedom, the Attorney General says those protections are not a reason for an employer to allow someone to, quote, "celebrate political assassination."
He and the governor are now calling for the professor's termination. UA Little Rock Chancellor releasing a statement following the post from the AG. She confirmed that an investigation into the professor is underway, adding that they've been suspended with pay until it's completed.
And the chancellor also made it clear that what she opposes, while she opposes what she called violent rhetoric, saying, quote, "As educators, we should hold ourselves to a higher standard of conduct that values civil discourse, speaks clearly about the dangers of political violence, and that prioritizes a rigorous, fair-minded learning environment." The postings I read this morning, this is the chancellor's words, do not reflect this standard.
You can read more about the post, the calls from the state leaders, and the investigation right now on THV11.com. This is a story we're following closely, and we'll update you tonight at 10. This all comes as prosecutors in Utah announced formal charges against the man accused of killing Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, those charges include aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm, obstruction of justice, witness tampering, and committing a violent offense in the presence of a child.
Prosecutors also made it clear that they do intend to seek the death penalty. We're going to have more on today's announcements and Robinson's first court appearance coming up on 6:30 Central.
Well, it's day 2 of a few spotty showers and even some rumbles of thunder out there. The coverage not as great as it was Monday. The strongest storms in northwest Arkansas, Madison County, Pope County, White County. But let's take you a little closer to Pulaski County and take a look at that one cell that's riding the border of Faulkner and Pulaski. If it holds together, it looks like it may move over the downtown North Little Rock or Little Rock area here in the next 20 minutes or so. They're drifting and they're pulsing up and down with the daytime heating that we have currently outside. We lose the heating, we lose the showers, partly cloudy skies, readings dropping back to near 70 by tomorrow morning. Oh, let's talk about the next 3 days because we will still see a scattered chance of showers and storms once again Thursday and Friday, and possibly even more on the weekend or in the weekend. And I'll have that forecast in just a few moments.
Tom, thank you. We're following developing news out of Fordyce tonight, where state troopers are investigating the deaths of 2 people. Investigators say they found the couple at a home on West 4th Street yesterday morning. They've since been identified as 81-year-old David Parham and 70-year-old Holly Parham. According to state police, their bodies are now at the crime lab, where investigators will determine a cause of death. Police in Pine Bluff need the public's help finding the woman you see on your screen. According to investigators, 65-year-old Dorothy Wallace hasn't been seen in more than 2 weeks, possibly at the Family Dollar or a laundromat between West 12th and West Hepburn. Police say she had a black and gray duster-type coat when she disappeared. Authorities say there is concern for her safety since she has not been taking her medication. If you see her, call Pine Bluff Police.
President Trump signed an authorization to send what he calls a federal task force to a city along Arkansas's border. He says it will be similar to the multi-agency federal action in D.C., which included deploying the National Guard. Nicole Valdez is in Memphis, Tennessee, and shares how locals are feeling about the federal help.
Everything good for y'all today?
Good. For 20 years, Mike Miller's owned Patrick's Restaurant in East Memphis. He's optimistic a federal task force could help make the city safer.
So you welcome the National Guard here?
Yes.
And for those who say they don't, what do you say?
This is an opportunity for us and for our city. I hope we make the most of it.
Mayor Paul Young is against it.
I want to be clear, I did not ask for the National Guard, and I don't think it's the way to drive down crime.
The Trump administration has already deployed Guard troops to Los Angeles and Washington, D.C. on a so-called mission to clean up crime. A CBS News data team review of FBI statistics showed that Memphis had the highest rate of violent crime of all major U.S. cities last year. But Memphis police data shows there was a decrease in violent crime in the first 9 months of this year. Ravonda Ligon's 23-year-old son, John Ryan Ingram, was shot and killed trying to break up a fight nearly 3 months ago.
If they're going to be a buffer between them and the police to help minimize the crime, then that's a great thing.
No one is really talking about the real root issues of crime.
Amber Sherman grew up here. The lifelong activist worries federal troops could do more harm than good.
I think it's also the wrong response, of course, to what's happening in Memphis, but also ignores all the work that we've been doing over the last 2-3 years to really make sure that community members have what they need so they aren't committing crimes.
While President Trump didn't say just how soon we could see those troops, he did say the effort will involve more than just the National Guard. Other agencies like the FBI, ATF, even the U.S. Marshals are too being tapped for this new task force. Nicole Valdez, CBS News, Memphis.
The president's push comes just a week after Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders activated a group of National Guard troops to assist ICE agents with immigration operations. The 40 soldiers and airmen are not armed. The governor says they're handling transport, processing, and clerical duties with no direct law enforcement.
Heads up, drivers in Bryant, here's your chance to do more than complain about the roads. You can now complain to city politicians about the roads. That'll be fun. THV11's Carter Thweet tells us how for the next 2 months you can help shape the future of transportation in the city.
First part of the process is to reach out to the public and to get their input because they drive the streets every day.
Bryant City Planning Director Ted Taylor says that's the goal behind the city's newest initiative. It was released on Monday, according to Mayor Chris Treat.
We're looking for those traffic patterns, for those congestion points that the residents are real frustrated with, and setting up long-term plans to deal with that.
So when you go to the city's website, you'll see two things. There's a questionnaire on the overall condition of city streets, and there's an interactive map where residents can point out specific problem areas.
It'll ask you what type of problems you see. Is it congestion? Is it potholes? Is it, does the streets need widening? And you put it in by address, and you can do it numerous times because I'm sure you'll see multiple issues throughout the city.
The survey and map are open now through November 15th, at which time the city will see which areas were mentioned the most and then look to secure the funding to improve them.
I know that residents have opinions about our streets. They talk to me about it every day. Here's an opportunity to go in and give us data points, right? Give us real, not just anecdotal, but real data about what's going on our streets.
And as the city continues to grow, Treat says they'll continue to get feedback on how to do that while not leaving residents behind.
As many people that can give us input and be engaged. Maybe you can't come to a council meeting, maybe you can't serve on a committee, but at the very least, just give us your input and your thoughts about where we are as a city now and where we're headed.
In Bryant, Carter Thweet, THV 11 News.
Carter, thank you. Once again, the map and questionnaire can be found on the city's website, cityofbryant.com, but why type in a whole new address? You're probably watching it on a device right now, so just find the link in the digital version of this story at thv11.com.
Does it seem like you're getting more and more scammy text messages? You're not alone.
We've got more on this growing trend and the scam that's getting people into trouble. Plus, Tom.
Yeah, the scam of summer bleeding into fall is kind of scammy as well. 2 out of 3 people in this studio are ready for fall weather. The other one wants it to remain very Florida-like. Fall countdown continues. 6 days away. Temperatures stay in the 90s. I've got your forecast next.
Plus, if we're going to talk fall, let's just go all the way to Christmas. The countdown is already on.
With just 100 days until the big day, we've got everything you need to know about the massive letter writing campaign involving jolly old St. Nicholas.
Hey, don't forget, we got a lineup of new and original content every night on THV11 Plus, right on those devices of yours. Here's what you can check out over the next few hours.
Remember, you can always download THV11 Plus to your TV and watch for free. We're back after this.